Here comes your Swan Fit workout for the day. I'm coming to you from Delray, Florida. It's beautiful here. We hardly need a warm-up, but we're gonna do it anyway. I hope you're beachside somewhere and ready to get started. Bring the hands behind your head, grow up tall through your spine, lift the rib cage up away from the hips, and we're gonna tuck the knees in. Get the knees up as high as you can. As you get warmer, you can gradually tuck them in a little closer. Keep the supporting leg straight. Try not to bend that knee on the supporting leg so that you're really just using the strength from the core to lift the knee up and not a lot of momentum or force. 3, 2, and 1. And step it out wide. You're gonna take the right elbow and bring it to the left knee. You're gonna bend at the knees, sink your hips back, and scoop out your abs. We're getting warmed up, so we don't want to put too much pressure on the hamstrings just yet. Exhale as you pull the elbow to the knee. We got 9 more. 8, 7. As you pull that elbow down, you've got that exhale happening, and you also want to draw that belly button in, so you're really working those muscles, the deep ones, right under that belly button. And 1. Other side. 1. Keep the chest open, even when you're bringing that elbow toward the knee. You want to use those abs for the contraction. You don't want to close in with the chest on this. The chest stays open. 9, 8, 7. Should be getting the legs warmed up, the hips warmed up a little bit. Last 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Straighten out the arms, and now we're going to take the right arm to the left toe, bring it up. Reach those arms up wide like you're celebrating at the top. It's going to help pull the posture back. It's going to help get your shoulders warmed up. And it's going to get you excited about the workout. We've talked about power posing before. This definitely falls onto that spectrum, the Amy Cuddy's power posing rule. Lift those arms up so you feel strong enough to complete this workout without stopping. 2, and 1. Other side. 1. We're doing 20 on each side, roughly. Maybe a few extra, maybe a few less. It's a sweaty one today. Make sure you've got some water next to you. Stay hydrated. And even with this one, you want to keep the chest open, lengthen through the hamstrings, scoop out the abs. 2, and 1. Very nice. Reach the arms out. Spread the shoulder blades apart, and we're going to dip down into a plie. Reach the arms up over the head, down and up. Your hips are open now. Your toes are turned out to the side. Feeling warmed up now? We've got a nice breeze going here. It feels great. 2, and 1. And now, I should have mentioned at the beginning, you're going to want a kitchen chair or a table or something stable. We're going into upper body, digging into the workout. You're going to press the heel of the hand right into the bench or the chair, draw the belly in, and you're going to dip down and then lean back, stacking the joints. You want your shoulder, elbow, and wrist stacked in a straight line, down and up. We're just doing 10 of these right now because we're going to add a little variation. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now, as you hold it up here, I want you to lift that left leg up, and you're going to continue to dip down. This time, I want you to lift the hips up a little bit. We're adding the hamstrings and glutes. 3, 4. We've also slowed the pace down, so you have a little bit longer to contract the muscle. It should be getting tired. 8, 9, and you want to control this movement. You don't want to go so low that you over overstretch the shoulders. You just want to work those triceps. 2, 3, 4. Remember to lift those hips up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Shake it out. Nice job. We're going to come onto the mat now. Lay on the back. Scoop out the abs. Now continuing with that hip action, the glute action, working on the hamstrings, we're going to extend the leg up toward the sky. Press the palms into the mat. You're going to lift the hips up, lower the heel down. The hips stay just this much off of the mat, even at the bottom. 3, 4, 5. Now you get to rest those triceps, but you're still working the hamstrings and glutes. Basking in the sun. If it's not out where you are, just pretend it is. 9 and 10. Beautiful. Now pull the heel in, extend that right leg out, and keep going. 1, 2. Again, you leave that hip up just a centimeter at the bottom, but it's always engaged. 5, 6. Try to point that toe. Think about making that leg long and pretty. 2 and 1. Very nice. Lower it down. We're going to take our left ankle and just cross it over our right thigh. Bring the hands behind your head, and you're going to take that left elbow up toward the left knee. Still keep that chest open and really twist through the core, working that oblique. We're going to get a bit of oblique work in today. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now we're taking the right elbow, bringing it across. You can actually straighten out this left arm and reach it into the mat or into the ground and open up. Reaching a little bit further. Just having that hip relaxed. 9, 10. So I've been getting a lot of videos and clips from you guys from taking your workouts on vacation with you. I love getting those. Make sure you let me know if you're doing the workouts on vacation. I'd love to see right where you're at. Here we go. We're crossing that other ankle over the thigh. Right elbow to right knee, working the oblique. We love seeing your vacations. We can live vicariously through where you're traveling. And it's also encouraging to know that you're staying fit while you're having fun. We got 5 more. 5. Really reach for it. 4. Don't bring that knee in. Press it out. 2 and 1. Awesome. Now that left elbow comes across. You can straighten out the right arm for a little bit of extra support. And just, you know, that hand's just kind of relaxing behind the head. You can support some of the weight of the head with it, but you don't need to pull it in. It's just back there to help you remember to reach with that elbow. Targeting every part of the rectus abdominis right now. We're getting outside, inside, transverse, upper, lower, the whole wall. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to turn around, coming into a table. Now, don't let this one confuse you. It's not so tricky, but you're going to be on your hip, and you're going to have your top leg just kind of resting in front of you with that foot down. We're going to bring the palms, you get a gentle rotation through the torso, the palms into the mat. We're going to rotate onto the knee and extend this leg up. Bring it right back down to the start position. Here we go. 1. Working the glutes, still working the core. You got to keep that belly button pulled back. 4, arms are supporting us a little bit, but shouldn't be too much to cause too much fatigue. Now think about extending through the toe. We've got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and swing that around. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Again, you're just kind of resting on that hip. We've got our leg just in front of us, both arms down, and you're going to come up and press back. If you need to pause it for a minute while you kind of coordinate your other side, go ahead and pause it, figure that out, and check right back in with me. 5. Really press into it. You got to make this one work for you. It's a great stretch. Kind of pull some of those muscles up and away from the top of the hips. So it's great for mobility through the low back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Bring it into this table. Pull the belly in. And now we're going to reach the right arm forward, left leg back, and just extend and down, extend, down. Similar to what we do in yoga, but a little more dynamic. We've already pre-fatigued the glutes. We're just working on finishing them off and strengthening the low back. A lot of times, the benefit to the exercise is in the order in which you do it in, or the way that you layer the movements. Reach far through the arms. And 1. Last one. Very good. Now you're going to step the feet back, coming into a high plank, and we're going to hop. We're going to do triangle hops where we hop to each side. Press through that chest, spread apart the shoulder blades, pull the belly in, and you're going to hop side, back, back. That's 1. It's okay to bend your knees a little bit. That's 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Very nice. Knees down, hips back, stretch out the arms. You're going to roll up onto the hips, shoulders back. Let's lift up onto the knees. Extend one leg out to the side. We're going to do a side leg raise as we reach toward the ground, working the hips, the glutes, the obliques. Take it up, bring it down. Good. Don't have to worry about getting a ton of height through this. You'll feel it working through there. You'll also feel it working that supporting leg. A good time to keep that belly in. You're trying to create a flat plane from front to back. So this is one straight line. We've got 5 more. 5. Really opening up the hips in the middle. Helps protect your knees. Speaking of knees, if you need to double or triple up your mat, I think that was our bonus one. Right out to the other side. Hand behind the head. Reach it up. Bring it here. Down and up. Good. Belly in if you've lost that engagement. But yeah, if you need to double up or triple up your mat, or do this one on the grass or the carpet, that's fine. If you have a mirror you can work out in front of, you can kind of check your form. But if you're out in the sunshine like I am today, you can just check it in your shadow. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come up to our feet. you're gonna bring the thighs together and kind of bend the knees. Pull the belly in, and we're gonna reach down, working the quads, the abs, and the obliques down and up. And you don't come all the way up, you still keep the thighs kind of squeezed together, and just bring that hand behind the head. 5, 6, keep the chest lifted. 7. And this is where we take yoga and bar and high intensity interval training, and we blend it all together for movements like this. The entire program kind of helps complement what you're doing in the other sequence, in the other series. 3, 2, and 1. Now straighten it all the way up before we switch sides. We're going to swan dive forward, relax the back, forward fold. Roll up, stacking the vertebrae, one at a time. And now we're going to sink down, hands behind the head, take it down and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're doing great. You feel the burn through the quads, the stretch through the obliques, contracting on one side, stretching through the other. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten it out. Drop the arms. Hinge forward and relax. Tuck the tailbone under, roll up through the spine. Shoulders down and back. We're going to step the feet out wide. Turn out the toes. We're going to come into a plyometric movement. Bring the hands behind the head, pull the belly in. We're going to go into a plie and then kind of explode together and come to the toes in the middle. Bring it out, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really squeeze those inner thighs. If hopping bothers your back, or if you're just not quite ready for that, just step together. 3, 2, 1, and release. Very good. We're taking it back down to the mat, onto our knees, fingertips forward, elbows back, draw the belly in, scoop out the abs. You're going to keep the elbows in close to the rib cage as you lower the chest down. Then we're going to press it all the way up and rock back, focusing on mobility and that tricep contraction. Down and back. 2, 3. As you roll back, you're going to tuck your tailbone under and scoop out your abs. That is what's going to strengthen and tighten the tummy muscles below the belly button. And you can take this one a little bit lower because we've got some extra support by having the knees down. So this is all about mobility. Strength, movement. Two. Here comes the last one. Beautiful. Curl the toes under, press the hips back, reach those heels down, stretch out through the back of the legs. Well, I need to walk a few steps forward on your mat, on my mat. If you've kind of lost your place, you can do that. We're gonna do single leg sweeping up, going into 3-legged dog. We're gonna open up the hip and drop the heel down like we would in scorpion. And then we're gonna bring that through, knee to elbow, bring it back, open up. Bring it in, bring it back. Bring it in, and back. We'll call this 3, 4. When you press it back, really shoot that heel back, contract those glutes, use the obliques. Let's do 2 more. one. Beautiful, bring that leg down. Let's bring the knees down. We're gonna do another set of our tricep push-ups into child's pose with that scoop in the abs before we complete that on the other side. So down and back. Remember to pull that belly button up as you scoop the hips back. It's not quite a child's pose, just inspired by it. Let's do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, belly getting tighter with each rep. 3, elbows in close, don't flare them out. And you kind of let your body be the judge as to what range is safe and effective for you based on where you're at right now. Bringing it back into that child's pose. Reach through the heels. Oh, I have a nice view right now. That current going by. The leg up, open up the hip, drop the heel down. We're gonna bring it across and back, press it in. 2, and back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We've got 5 more. 5. You're doing great. If you need a break, just hop back in as soon as you can. You can pause it or you can just let it play and come back in for as many reps as you can. And 1. Awesome. Place that foot back down. Walk the hands back. Forward fold head down. Tuck the tailbone under. Roll those shoulders down and back. Very good. We're back on our feet. Right foot forward. We're making a 90-degree, we're kind of making the front leg and back foot perpendicular. Reach those arms out. We're going to sink down into a warrior 2 lunge. Squeeze the quad on the front leg. Tuck the glute on the back as you bring the arms up. Now we're just kind of moving through those arms and shoulders dynamically as a recovery. Relaxing those shoulders. We've got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the arms down. We're just going to rotate. Other side. Arms up, belly in, sink it down, up. 2. Oh, almost lost my balance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We've got 5 more. Your arms are probably getting tired. You're almost ready to rest them. 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lower the arms down. Keep the chest open. Pull the belly in and hinge forward. Relax into that forward fold. And walk it to the right leg. Toe forward. We're going to have our weight shift onto our front leg. Our hip's going to stay open on the back leg, and we're going to do a side kick with that leg. Belly in, kick it up and down. It comes back to the start position, but you give it a little bit of oomph with the kick because you should feel a stretch through the hamstring on the front leg. Very good. Keep it up. We've got 5 more. 4, 3. Hey, they look like they're having fun. Not as much fun as we are, but still. Other side. Point that toe forward. Bring it down. And kick. Let's get right into it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Belly in tight. Use those fingertips for some balance if you need a little more height. If you've got yoga eggs or blocks at home that you use as a prop, you can use them here. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Lift it up. You are doing great. Wide second position. Belly in. Then we're going to hinge forward. Stretch that out. Drop the head down. Tuck the tailbone under as you roll it up. Very good. Now, still keeping with that glute and oblique work, we're going to go into standing donkey kicks. Pull the belly in. This time you're going to bring the toes forward. You're going to sink back into a squat. Then you're going to move it to that right leg and kick out to the side with a slight bend in the knee. And we're going through 15 on one side. 6, 7, 8. Every time you drop those hips down, pull that belly button back to the spine. We're training the abs. We're training them for where we want them to stay. 2, and 1. Awesome. Shake it out, and then we're going right into the other side. Dip it down, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still keeping a slight bend in that right leg. We've got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, take it down to the mat. We're going to bring it into a side plank on the forearm. Bring the legs forward a few inches. Belly in. We're going to lift the hips up, and you're going to tap it front, back. 2, 3. If you need to, hand here for support. 5, 6, 7, 8. You're doing great. It's almost time to stretch it out. Cool it down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down. Relax the arm. Before we switch sides, we're going to stretch the hamstring out. Just pull it up toward you. If you can reach the foot or the peace fingers around the big toes, you can pull that leg in and stretch out the hamstring this way. If you're behind the hamstring or behind the knee, totally fine. Just get a little stretch through that leg. While you're down here, grip the foot with the hand. If you need a towel for this, go grab one. Push the hips forward as you press the heel back, stretching out the quad. Still keep the core engaged. Very nice. Let's swing it around. We're going to do that on the other side. Almost there. A little bit of a V with those legs coming forward. You're going to bring it up, in front, back. 2, 3, 4, belly in tight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 5 more. Keep those hips up. 3, 2, and 1. Lower them down. Let's extend that arm, relaxing the upper body. Reach that leg up. Pull it up as far as you can. If you can wrap the peace fingers around the big toe, go for it. If not, whatever part of the leg you can reach, just pull it in. Feeling a nice stretch through the hamstring. 3. Very good. Hand around that foot, or use a towel if you need it. Press the hips forward, stretch it out. And release it. Come into a seated position with me. Extend the legs out into a straddle and grow up tall through the spine. Walk the hands forward. Hinge from the hip, keeping your spine straight for as long as you can. And then once you've kind of walked it out as far as you can relax into it a little bit, allowing the back to round slightly, maybe even reach the feet, the hands to the feet. 3. Roll up through the spine, bring the legs together, shake them out. Good job.